Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF race of the day for Thursday, August the 20th. Race number 7 at Saratoga is the $85,000 Tail of the Cat Stakes. Before we get to the analysis, head on over to the Saratoga Handicapping Shop. It's at drf.com/spa. You'll get PPs, picks, clocker reports, betting strategies, and all the must-have tools to win big at Saratoga. Here's the field for the $85,000 Tail of the Cat Stakes. You can download free formulator past performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at drf.com. Mike, only a field of 5, but it's a fairly competitive group.
Yeah, I thought it was too. I do think, you have a 7-5 favorite on the morning line and Stay on the Man. And I do think he's the horse to beat in here, but it's not like he's a, total and complete standout in this field.
It'll be really interesting to see how this pace plays out. Timeform US believes it's a blue bar scenario, which means that it favors horses on or near the early lead. I agree. I'm not sure who's going to get the early lead, but whoever does has a distinct advantage.
Yeah, it will be an advantage whoever makes the lead. I think it's going to be Binkster from the far outside post. I think this is a horse who's probably at his best when he can make the front, and this might be a situation he couldn't do it in his last 2 starts, Dan. This might be a situation where he can do it.
The number 1, T loves a fight. Well, he lives up to his name. He does love a fight. He's won 11 of 41 in his career. He likes Saratoga, and he got back into form last time out in the Morrissey handicap. Let's watch that race right now. He's going to get up for second behind Funny Guy, who's just in razor-sharp form. We see my boy Tate, who's also in this race on the outside. He finishes a good third. But again, it was nice to see T loves a fight get back to a good performance.
He ran well in here. He got a really good trip, just sort of sitting inside behind the lead. My boy Tate tried to make a 3-wide run at it on the turn. They both ran well in here. Listen, T loves a fight. He's gone in and out of form, more than once in his career, but he keeps coming back. And, everything that Orlando Nota puts on the track at the Saratoga meet is just running. And, certainly T loves a fight did that last time as well. You have to take this horse seriously in here.
To Stay on the Man, as you mentioned, is the horse to beat. He's dropping out of the Grade 2 True North. We'll take a look at that race right now. And he ran really well. He was traveling sweetly on the outside. He's striking the front right now. He's just going to be engaged by a better horse. That's Firenze Fire on the outside. Stay on the Man is easily second best in this race. He earned a solid 93 buyer. He's earned triple-digit buyer speed figures in his career. It's interesting that the blinkers are coming off for John Terranova, but Terranova is the kind of guy who knows where to spot his horses. He did very well with a sprinter of similar ability in Killybegg's Captain a couple of years ago, and he has Stan the Man, and here is the horse to beat.
Yeah, he's definitely found a good spot for this horse, who I want to say his last 6 or 7 races have been in open stakes races, and he's actually acquitted himself well in several of those. He ran fine last time. You're right. He got a really good trip. He took over briefly. He's just no match for a horse like Firenze Fire. It's just better than him. He's probably the best horse in this race, Dan. We'll see what happens. I'm, a little bit, I want to say that 6 furlongs might not be his best distance. I don't know how much that really matters. He might want to go 7 or 8, but, the reality is that they found a really good spot for him here, and he's the horse to beat.
Ready to Escape comes off a 3rd place effort at the Spawn, and now there's a 2 other than optional claimer. We'll watch that race right now. He's the number 4, and he's on the outside in the white blinkers. He has a look at this, Mike, and he's just going to flatten out a little bit. Strike That, the number 9, who ends up being the runner-up in this race, is going to come back to win a non-winners of 2 other than with a 95 buyer speed figure. This horse does have a little bit of speed, and Kendrick Carmouche is known to get aggressive at times.
Yeah, he did run pretty well in this race, just not quite good enough at the end. You're right, Dan. He has an aggressive rider. He is a horse who has shown speed. And as a matter of fact, really the only time that he's actually, really successful on the racetrack is when he is able to make the lead. So you know what? That's probably their plan too. I initially thought Binkster might make the lead, but I won't be surprised when this horse comes out of there running.
My boy Tate, the number 4, I think turning back to 6 furlongs is just what the doctor ordered for him. And Mike, you can make the argument that this is a horse that's just racing himself back into shape. This is his 3rd start of the form cycle. And as we saw in his most recent race, he showed a lot of improvement.
Yeah, I thought he ran well in that race. Again, he sort of made the 3-wide run at the winner on the lead around the turn, while T Loves a Fight sat in behind. They both ran well, but I thought this horse certainly came through with a good performance in there. I don't know what happened in his commentator two back, Dan, but ever since they brought this horse back at the end of November last year, he's pretty much run well in all of his races. I think he might be back in form.
Bingster completes the field. You believe he's going to make the lead. He certainly has that sort of speed. Let's watch his last race at Saratoga back on July the 18th, where he finished an okay second. He showed some speed in that race, 92 Buyers speed figure. Nice improvement in his second start off of the layoff. He's always run well at Saratoga, and maybe he can make the lead in here. I think he's going to probably have to run a lifetime best effort to win this race. But again, pace makes the race, and he has pace.
Yeah, I agree with that. I really, couldn't convince myself that he was going to be able to beat all of the other horses in here, but he's actually pretty good. He's really improved since Ray Handel and cleaned him, that's for sure. And especially that last race, then we just showed the stretch run there, and he just ran into a really good horse in Yaupan, who earned a triple-digit Buyer in there. But early in that race, this horse tried to make the lead in there. They sent him. He was going after it, and Yaupan was just faster than he was. He couldn't get it. And this race, there might not be anybody faster than him early.
Well, let's take a look at our top picks for the Thursday race of the day. It's the Tail of the Cat Stakes. Mike, you're going with my boy Tate. He likes the 6. He's got tactical speed, and it looks like he's rounding himself back into form.
That's what I thought, Dan. I like his races, pretty much all of them since he's come back off the layoff. I'm not, way against Stan the Man, but they're my 2 horses, and I'm going to go with my boy Tate on top.
You made an interesting point about Stan the Man perhaps not being as effective at 6 furlongs. It's something to keep an eye out for, as well as the blinkers off move for Terra Nova. That being said, I think if he runs his last race, he's going to be very, very tough in here off the class drop at a short price. Mike's going 4, 2, 1, and 5. I'm going 2, 1, 4, and 5. It's the Thursday race of the day, the Tail of the Cat at the Spa. Best of luck.